My childhood sweetheart left me at the altar. Fine. I turned around and married his sworn enemy. On my wedding day, my childhood sweetheart sent me a single "I'm sorry" and vanished. The room erupted. I became the joke of the century. Then his nemesis, Chase, the man who wore a $1 million couture suit and looked so good it should be illegal, stepped in front of me. Voice low, he said, "The wedding goes on." Groom switching to me. My brain short-circuited and I said, "Yes, but can someone explain why on our wedding night in a so-called mansion, there isn't even a bed in the guest room?" Chase, I've got money to burn. Me burned it all already. Before we go on, smash that subscribe button and tell us where you're listening from in the comments. 01. At my wedding to Logan, his mortal enemy, Chase, showed up wearing a blindingly expensive custom tux that probably cost more than most people's houses. The instant he walked in, the grand ballroom chandeliers looked dimmer. Every watt of light sucked straight into him. I squinted, champagne flute in hand, and strolled over. "Mr. Sterling, what wind blows you here today?" He gave me a sideways glare, his unfairly handsome face spelling out, "Don't touch me," in all caps. I rolled my eyes. "What? You here to impress someone? That outfit's a peacock's dream. Who exactly are you fanning your feathers for?" His gaze flicked over my pricey wedding gown. Then he delivered 5 words. "Money's burning a hole. Fine your funeral." I couldn't be bothered and spun around to hunt for my groom. I combed every corner of the bridal suite. No Logan. My stomach dropped. I pulled out my phone. Top of the chat sat a message sent 10 minutes earlier. "Serena, I'm sorry. I've realized I love someone else. I can't selfishly wreck your life." Underneath a selfie of him and Bella at the airport, glued together like stickers. Bella, my former bestie. In the photo, she cuddled against Logan, grinning like she'd won the lottery. All my blood rushed to my head, then drained to my toes. The phone slipped and shattered on the marble. Outside, the MC kept calling for the procession. Gossip seeped through the door. "Where's the groom? Think something happened? Swear I saw Ashford leave with some girl." Today, Serena became Riverdale's punchline. I inhaled, gathered my train, and reached for the handle to announce the cancellation. The instant I yanked the door open, I smacked into a wall of chest. Chase, he must have moved like smoke. His brows were pinched. What's wrong? No way I'd let him see me unravel, especially now. Nothing major. Groom bolted. That's all. I forced a smile uglier than a cry face. Ceremony's off. You can head home. I'll mail your gift back. He didn't budge. Just studied me. Eyes unreadable. As I edged past, he caught my wrist. "The wedding proceeds." I blinked. Meaning Logan's gone. Who exactly am I marrying? Word by word. Like thunder in my skull. Groom, now me. I wondered if my ears were pranking me. "Chase, are you ill? This is my wedding, not April Fool's." I'm lucid. His stare drilled into me. "Serena, will you marry me?" Around us whispers grew. My parents' frantic voices floated in. I could already see tomorrow's feed. Aries dumped at altar. Socialite Cinderella turns pumpkin. I wouldn't let my family share the shame. Fury flared. Why should Logan and Bella ride into the sunset while I burn? No. Hell no. I stared at Chase and, possessed by impulse, nodded. "Deal. I'll marry you." Surprise flicked across his face. Then something bright ignited behind his eyes. He laced our fingers and towed me out of the suite. The MC exhaled when we emerged, then gawked, realizing the man at my side wasn't Logan. Why is the groom different?" Chase lifted the mic, calm and commanding. "Guests, apologies for the hiccup. Ashford can't proceed for personal reasons." He paused, turned to me, and clasped my hand for the room to witness. "So, the groom from this moment forward is me, Chase." Dead silence. Every jaw hit the floor. Mom and Dad shot up from the head table, eyes wide. I felt Chase's grip slightly shaking. He nervous. "Really?" Before anyone rebooted, he towed me up the aisle. The priest stammered as so. Chase clipped. "Continue." And so, under a canopy of stunned stares, I married my sworn enemy. When rings were exchanged, he produced a diamond the size of a skating rink, sliding it on as if sized yesterday. I glanced at him. Tips of his ears blushed. Applause finally crackled. Awkward, confused, but applause. Parents dragged me aside the second we stepped down. Serena, have you lost it? Explain. Mom's eyes brimmed. Before I could, Chase bowed. Actually bowed. Mr. and Vance, I'm sorry for the shock. Please believe my feelings for Serena are real. The sight of Mr. Surlington himself acting meek gave me goosebumps. Dad studied him. Sighed. Your family's solid, boy, but marriage isn't a board meeting. I know, sir. I'll spend my life proving it. Thus ended the most absurd wedding Riverdale had ever seen. After the last guest, I sagged. Chase draped his tux jacket over my shoulders. Let's go home. Only then did it hit me. Who's home? 02. He steered his neon yellow Lamborghini to a standalone mansion in the city's platinum zip code. Just the curb appeal screamed money. I figured maybe money to burn wasn't bravado until I stepped inside. The living room contained exactly one obscenely pricey sofa and coffee table set and nothing else. Bare walls, naked floors. Ellis level empty recent remodel. I managed. Yeah, he towed off his loafers. No cash left for furniture. I stared at the 7-figure car outside. You drive that supercar but can't buy a lamp. It's leased by Sterling Corporation. Not me. Stairs. He pushed open the master suite door. You'll sleep here. Inside a king bed and a wardrobe. End of inventory. Chase. I ground out. Where's the guest room? I'm not camping on a sofa. He lounged in the doorway unbothered. Guest bed wasn't in the budget. Budget? He lifted both hands. Cash flow issues. This is it. I conjured a mental headline. Billionaire imposter broke since prom. Whatever. We signed the license. Divorce tomorrow won't erase tonight. I stalked in. Fine. You take the couch. Can't. He fired back. Too short. So he pointed at the acre-wide mattress. Well managed. I laughed cold and warning. We married as a PR stunt 30 minutes ago. Don't push her luck. The instant I finished, a male voice ping-ponged inside my skull. She thinks I'm a creep. I just don't want her back hurting on that rock sofa. How do I say I'll nap on the rug without looking pathetic? Bed's the size of a soccer field. Draw the Berlin Wall down the middle. Great. Now I'm the wolf in a tux. Kill me. I gaped at him. Face unreadable, but the monologue kept coming. Testing. I cleared my throat. Forget it. I'll grab a throw blanket downstairs. I pivoted. Panic spiked through whatever cosmic link we now shared. No, I'll look like a folded umbrella down there. He lunged, hauling me back. Wait. Out came a brand new duvet. He snapped it open and spread it on the carpet like a magician, revealing nothing. I'll sleep here. Then he lay down stiff as a board. I squeezed shut. Victory. She stays comfy. I stay noble. 10 points to Sterling. I lost it. Laughter shaking my ribs. 03. My giggles were cashed off bare walls. He jackknifed it up. Cheeks blotched. Scarlet. What's so funny? Is floor sleeping funny? I'm a joke now. 0 out of 10. Sterling shouldn't have played dead. What do I do now? Do I sit up? But if I sit up, it'll be even more awkward. I swallowed a laugh and waved a hand. It's nothing. I just think you're kind of cute. Chased me suspiciously, obviously unconvinced. Cute? Is that a new insult? She's mocking me, right? She has to be. Serena, you heartless brat. After everything I've done for you, you laugh at me. Watching his wounded puppy face and the soap opera monologue roaring through his skull, I lost it completely. Haha. I couldn't hold back anymore. Chase's expression went black. He sprang off the floor, stomped over, and loomed above me. Serena, I'm going to scold her. I'll show her I'm not messing around. I'll make her too scared to laugh. He glared down, all thunder and fury. Then the voice in my head softened. Forget it. She just got dumped by that jerk today. She must feel awful. Let her laugh if it helps. She looks beautiful when she laughs. Even prettier than in high school. My grin froze. High school. I studied Chase. We'd gone to Riverdale together. True, but we'd never clicked. He'd been the king of the campus. I'd been the girl who lived in the library. Different planets. How did we become mortal enemies? Oh right. Riley. Junior year championship game. Our class versus his. Logan was our star, but Chase's team kept body-checking him. As cheer captain, I'd led a chant calling them dirty players. The ringleader of the bruised brigade. Chase, from that day on, wore college only white in the battlefield when our father's companies competed. Now, hearing his thoughts, could there have been a misunderstanding? While I was piecing that together, he silently scooped up the duvet, carried it to the far side of the bed and muttered, "Bed's huge 50-50. If she laughs again, I'll kiss her." Chase, get a grip. You're supposed to be a gentleman. I killed the giggles fast. If he went rogue, I'd lose. I crawled onto the mattress. Burrito rolled myself against the edge. He lay down too. A Grand Canyon-sized gap between us. Silence fell. Only our breathing and the unstoppable soundtrack in my head. Is she asleep? Probably not. Her breathing steady. She must be shaken. Logan, you bastard. I'll hostile take over Ashford tomorrow. No, too aggressive. Might scare her. Got to find a softer way to make him pay. She just shifted. Cold. Maybe. Should I raise the thermostat? Her hair smells amazing. Me, buddy. Can a girl get some shutty? I flipped over, giving him my back. Chase, could you keep it down? Instant freeze on his side. She thinks I'm loud. But I'm not even talking. Oh right. She can hear my thoughts. Crap. Did I think anything creepy? Did she catch her hair smells? Did she kill me now? Social death. I buried my face in the pillow, shoulders shaking. Save me. If this keeps up, I'll literally laugh myself to death. Sometime later, the mental radio finally dimmed. I was drifting off when the mattress dipped beside me. He inched closer. I snapped awake, stiff as stone. What's he planning? She's asleep. So adorable. Just 1 second. Just one. A feather-like kiss brushed my forehead. Gone before it landed, delicate enough to break. My heart skipped a full beat. He retreated at once and lay ramrod straight. Good night, Serena, my bride. I stared at the ceiling all night when I shuffled downstairs next morning with twin pandas under my eyes. Chase was already dressed, seated at the dining table like a sculpture. 2 plates of something tragic waited. Charcoal toast sandwiches and cups of radioactive green sludge. He slid one set toward me, fighting to look relaxed. Eat up, please. Like it. 30 tutorials for 1 inch. I love you breakfast. The blogger swore. Avocado banana smoothies are delicious. Why is mine pond scum green toast a little burnt but charcoal detoxes, right? I lifted the black shard. Inhaled his hopeful internal screaming and bit. Cough, cough, cough. Dry, bitter asphalt. Chase leaned in, panicked. Bad. Total failure. Chef persona imploding. Should I order takeout? No, we're playing normal married couple. I gulped the green swamp to wash it down. Big mistake. Algae, dirt, and something metallic exploded on my tongue. My soul tried to vacate the premises. He couldn't take it anymore. He yanked both cup and sandwich and chucked them into the bin. Knew it. Unfollow. Block. Report that idiot blogger. Phone out. Thumbs flying. Best brunch nearby. Reserve the venue now. Emery, make it happen. Wait, too obvious. Say we just happened to walk by. He cleared his throat. There's a new cafe downstairs supposed to be good. Want to try? I nodded. Sure. Let's see how the Penn Niles performance continues. 04. The place he picked looked like any Hong Kong-style diner except no line, only 3 occupied tables, library quiet. A manager greeted us the second we crossed the threshold. Mr. Sterling, your usual booth. Chase didn't blink. Smart move. Had clear the queue. Can't let my wife starve waiting. Manager's fired tomorrow. Wasn't he told to fake ignorance? I pretended not to hear and slid into the window seat. He handed me a menu. Anything you want. Order the whole darn menu if you like, by the building. I picked a few staples the manager scribbled, then asked, Mr. Sterling, shall the kitchen use the premium line like always? Chase speared him with a look. Off to an African mine for you. The man stammered. I mean, our standards are always high. Always. I sipped tea, shoulders quaking. Chase, your acting needs work. The food landed fast and tasted 1,000,000 times better than the breakfast from hell. My phone buzzed. Logan, I declined. He called again. I declined, then blocked. Silence restored. Across the table, Chase set his chopsticks down. That scum dares harass her. Hostile takeover timetable moved up. No, too kind. I'll drive Ashford into the dirt. Make him gravel. Bella is on the list too. Steal my girl's fiancé. Pay the price. His inner tirade sent a shamefully pleasant shiver through me. Having someone in my corner felt nice. After brunch, he said he had to swing by the office. You okay on your own? Hire, live and help. 2 flashy, 4 ordinary newlyweds. Weekly cleaner. Yes, that's acceptable. I nodded. Go ahead. Alone in the cavernous penthouse. I scrolled the news. Hashtag Ashford airbolts, hashtag Vancer dumped rival steps, and hashtag Sterling Vance power merge. Hashtag comments ranged from sympathy to popcorn emojis. Peak drama. Soap writers taking notes. Serena lucked out. Chase is way hotter than Logan. Hot but hollow. Sterling corpse broke. He needs her money. Broke with his mental shopping list of acquisitions. Doubtful. A call from an unknown number interrupted. Bella's sugar-coated voice oozed through. Serena, don't blame Logan. We're in love. I almost gag. Get to the point or I hang up. Enjoying your little victory. Venom replaced sugar. Logan says Chase is bankrupt. He married you for the Vance fortune. Out of the frying pan into the fire, honey. I yawned. Are you done? You, Bella. I cut in. I don't care what you and Logan do. Keep him on a leash. Next call, I send lawyers. I hung up and flopped onto the sofa, laughing at the ceiling. Everybody swears Chase is broke. Yet my Penniles groom radiates money. The doorbell rang in the afternoon. Expecting Chase, I opened to a middle-aged woman instead. Good afternoon, Mrs. Sterling. Mr. Sterling hired me to clean and cook. I told the woman to come in. The cleaning lady was quick and efficient. In no time, the house looked spotless. As she mopped, she struck up a conversation with me. Mrs. Sterling, you and Mr. Sterling are so affectionate. Me? Do we look like a loving couple? She chuckled. Of course. Mr. Sterling called to remind me. You have a sensitive stomach. Dinner had to be light, and he even listed all the foods you don't eat. I froze. How does he know about my stomach? And my tastes? I thought back through all the years we'd been freemies, we'd never actually eaten at the same table. Could it be he's been watching me for a while? The moment that idea surfaced, my heartbeat went off rhythm again. At dusk, Chase came home. He shrugged out of his suit and, like it was the most natural thing, walked into the kitchen to help the cleaning lady prep. I leaned in the doorway watching him in a white shirt, sleeves rolled up, rinsing vegetables. It felt unreal. Is this still the lofty, untouchable Chase? She keeps staring. Does she think I look extra hot washing veggies? These tomatoes are gorgeous. I'll scramble them with eggs in a minute. She always seemed to like that dish. Right. Logan's pet project. Legal is already on it. By the time I'm done, he won't have underwear left to pawn. And Bella the wannabe had the nerve to ring my wife. Tomorrow, every one of her endorsement deals evaporates. Listening to those ruthless, almost childish thoughts, I couldn't help curling my lips. This man is seriously. The textbook case of mouth says no. Body says yes. 05. Dinner was lavish. 4 dishes and a soup. All seasoned exactly the way I like. I buried my head in my bowl. Chase kept piling food onto my plate. Eat more. You're too thin. Eat. Get stronger. The cook's tomato egg really is better than mine. Looks like my chef dreams are dead. I'll let her keep the job. Still, once I practice, I'll cook for her every single day. A mouthful of almost coughed up soup. Brother, please spare me and spare the kitchen. After the table was cleared, the cleaning lady left. The big house was ours again, just the 2 of us. The air turned awkward. I sat on the sofa scrolling my phone. He sat at the other end with financial news. Neither of us spoke. Should I start a conversation about what stocks? She'd be bored. Her work right. She designs jewelry. Got it. Chase set the tablet aside and cleared his throat. I've got a top-of-the-line jewelry bench in my study. Want to see it? My eyes lit up. I am a jewelry designer, but with all the wedding prep, I hadn't visited my studio in weeks. Where's your study? He led me upstairs and opened the door beside the master suite. It was huge. Wall-to-wall bookcases, a massive mahogany desk. On the desks, at a brand new German Pro workstation. The exact kit I drooled over for months but couldn't justify buying. How did he? You're a finance guy. Why own this? Had to ask. Chase's gaze drifted. Gift from a friend. No use to me, so it's just collecting dust. As if I'd confess I special ordered it ages ago. Been waiting for her to use it. Nice save, Sterling. Watching him, I tasted every flavor of emotion. So he'd already prepared a place for me. How many things has this man done for me behind the curtain? I walked over. My fingertips brushed the cool steel. Then I won't stand on ceremony. Go ahead. I slid into the chair. He settled on the nearby sofa with his financial reports. I pulled out paper and pencil and began to sketch. At first I felt self-conscious, but soon the world shrank to lines and stones. Silence broken only by pencil whispering over sheet, and the occasional rustle of his documents. No strain, no pretense, just flow. I drew until my neck ached. When I finally paused, I realized he'd fallen asleep. He lounged on the sofa, head tilted, brows slightly knit as though even sleep wouldn't soften his guard. Is Serena still drawing? Isn't she tired? Her neck must hurt. I want to need those muscles so bad. Can't. Might wake her. She looks mesmerizing when she works. So sleepy. Didn't sleep last night either. His sleeping face plus the running commentary made my chest go soft. I lifted a light throw from the chair and draped it over him. As I straightened, his eyes snapped open. We froze. Gazes locked. His were fogged with leftover dreams, then sharpened. I fell asleep. I withdrew my hand. You're zonked. Maybe go to bed. He glanced at the throw. And I swear his mouth curved. She tucked me in. She cares. Happy. Standing. He raised both arms in a lazy stretch. Come on, let's hit the sack. He said it like we'd been married 20 years instead of 24 hours. Back in the bedroom, the duvet still split the mattress like a DMZ. Yet tonight, the usual tension was gone. In fact, I was almost eager for the next internal broadcast. She doesn't hate me so much today. Good sign. Where should I take her tomorrow? She likes galleries. Pretty sure I own shares in that downtown museum. Have them close it for us. Just the two of us. Art and quiet. Listening to him plan my entire next day. I smiled despite myself. This man is unbearably cute. Next morning, I was still half asleep when frantic ringing yanked me awake. I sat up groggy. The space beside me was empty. Who the hell shows up at dawn? Don't they know my wife's sleeping? If they've woken her, I'll bury them. Chase's mental curses floated upstairs as he headed down. I threw on a hoodie and followed. Two uninvited guests stood on the stoop. My ex-childhood fiancé, Logan, and his brand new soulmate, Bella 06. Logan looked wrecked, sunken cheeks, shadowed eyes. Bella clung to his arm, makeup flawless, gaze pure venom. Chase blocked the doorway, face thunder black. What do you want? How dare these two morons darken my threshold? Want me to them? When Logan spotted me, his eyes lit. He tried to push past Chase. Serena, just let me explain. Chase shoved him back, shielding me. She doesn't want her garbage. Scram. Get away from my wife. Seeing her act falter, Bella produced instant tears. Serena, we're sorry. Truly. Logan hasn't eaten or slept. He's so worried about you. I almost laughed. Worried about me? Try worried about his last-ditch hostile takeover. Apology unnecessary, I said, stepping around Chase. How's the wedding prep? Need my check in the mail? Logan's face caved. Serena, don't be like this. I know you're angry. He reached for my hand, one glare from Chase, and he retreated. Listen, Serena. Bella ripped off the mask, finger jabbing at me. Don't flatter yourself. Logan crawling back is your jackpot. You really think Chase is some prince? He's broke. She yanked a folder from her bag and flung it open. Papers fluttered across the tiles. See for yourself. Sterling Holdings is insolvent. This mansion, the cars, rented props. He married you to Luke Vance and plug his black hole. I add the scattered balance sheets. One brow raised. Nice homework. Chase's expression iced over further. She actually snagged those numbers. Impressive. Too bad they're the decoy set I leaked. Bait taken. Honestly, she's a little dumb. Dot. I nearly snorted. Fake figures, of course. Logan gaped at the printouts, then looked up at Chase with open disgust. I can't believe you'd sink so low trying to swindle Serena, finding higher moral ground. He appealed to me. See, he's a fraud. Divorce him. Come back to me. I won't hold your mistake against you. Hold my mistake. I studied his self-righteous face, revolted. Before I could answer, Chase's laugh cracked like a whip. Cold mocking. Oh, I'm the fraud. He bent, gathered the pages, flicked off imaginary dust. Look in the mirror. A runaway groom and his home-wrecking bride telling me what honor is. He stepped forward. The air shrank around him. What's in my accounts is none of your business. What matters is how I treat my wife. Unlike certain people, he shot Logan a sideways glance who used my supplementary black card to buy his fiancée's birthday presents. Logan's face bleached paper white. I blinked. What card? The unlimited black card I shoved on him in high school to buy Serena gifts. Dot. He maxed it on himself and other women. Dot. Would V wrecked him then if not for her. Dot. A roaring filled my skull. I remembered. Back at Hudson, Logan showered me with designer bags, jewelry, claimed he'd earned every penny waiting tables. I had melted, touched. Now the joke was cosmic. I met his eyes, mine icing over. Logan, what exactly was that card you used? He shrank, mouth gaping, no word escaping. What card? I don't know what you mean. Funny. Chase drawled, raising his phone. A voice memo began to play. Alex. Serena's birthday is coming and I'm broke again. Could you let me use that card a bit longer? This is the last time. You're the best, Alex. The recording was crystal. Logan's voice unmistakable. My heart submerged in cold water and hardened. All those treasured tokens of love were just another man's charity. And I, fool of the decade, wore them like vows. Bella's jaw dropped. She gawked at Logan as though he were roadkill. Logan, didn't you swear every dollar came from your own hustle? Logan panicked completely, grabbing my arm. Serena, listen to me. It's not what it looks like. I get lost. I flung his hand off, voice as sharp as ice. Logan, from this second on we are done. Stay out of my sight. Otherwise, I paused, glancing at Chase beside me. I can't promise what my husband might do. Chase cooperated perfectly, producing his signature don't mess with me smirk. Wife is so badass. I'm crazy in love. She called me husband. She called me husband. Have to record this. Ringtone material. Me buddy. Could you read the room? During the most savage showdown of my life, do you really have to throw a rave in your head? 07 Logan and Bella were escorted out by Chase. Before leaving, Logan glared at me, raw resentment dripping from his eyes. Bella looked ready to spontaneously combust from jealousy. I had zero doubt they'd be back for round 2, but I couldn't deal with them right now. I collapsed on the sofa, mind spinning. The revelation about that supplementary black card had sucker punched me. I'd always believed that 20 years with Logan, though ending in ashes, had at least held real moments. Now I saw the whole thing was staged. Every kindness came with a price tag drawn on Chase's account. Every gift was bankrolled by someone else. My entire adulthood had been an elaborately scripted con. Chase brought me a glass of warm water. Stop replaying it. It's my fault. Should never have given him that card. I only wanted to see her smile. How did it mutate into this? Will she blame me for hiding it? I lifted my gaze. Worry clouded his face. I shook my head. I don't blame you. If anyone, I blamed myself for being blind. Chase. I studied him. Why are you so good to me? I'd been dying to ask. From that high school basketball game to the black card, all the way to this insane wedding, every move looked like sabotage. Yet every outcome felt like rescue. The question caught him off guard. His eyes darted everywhere. Here it is. The ultimate boss question. What's the right answer? Straight up. I love you. Too seismic. She'll bolt. I'm civic-minded. I'd laugh myself off the stage. I'm obscenely rich. Already used that line. After an internal meltdown, he offered, I enjoy helping people. Me call the press. Riverdale's coldest tycoon is secretly a philanthropist. I switched tactics. What about the championship game? Why did you purposely slam into Logan? That collision lit the feud and I'd never let it go. Chase looked even guiltier. Crap. She still remembers. Can I admit I saw her cheering for Logan, lost my mind and steamrolled him? No. Never. Way too pathetic. He coughed and lied solemnly. His handles were trash. He clogged the lane. I chuckled. Sure, keep scripting. Good thing I have inbrained subtitles. Let's see how long the fairy tale lasts. Silence returned. I'd learned that if I stayed quiet, Chase could go full mime while his mental pop-ups never paused. Is she still thinking about that loser Logan? Must fix her mood. Stat art exhibit. Yes, he shot up. Change clothes. We're leaving where the museum. As expected, the downtown gallery was closed to the public. Only Chase and I wandered the cavernous halls. Masterpieces glowed in soft light. Peaceful, perfect exhibitions always soothed me. Chase shadowed me without a word. Monet's Waterloo's her favorite. Snagged it at last auction just to share this moment. She outshines the canvas. Before the painting, his silent praise warmed my cheeks. This man elevated crushing to an art form. I turned to him. Chase, thank you for everything. He blinked, ears flushing. Thank me for what? He muttered. Transfer me the ticket price later. As she thanked me. Does this mean she likes me a bit? Stay cool, Chase. Don't grin like an idiot. Watching him fight, a smile dissolved the last of Logan's storm clouds inside me. Maybe marrying him wasn't a disaster after all. Outside, night had fallen. He took me to the city's most exclusive hidden restaurant, venue reserved again. He told the manager the usual yet pretended it was his first visit. I nearly laughed aloud. Such a contradiction wrapped in Italian wool. After dinner we strolled riverside. Night air swept gently off the water. Serena, Chase said suddenly. When do you want to pick up our marriage certificate? I froze. We'd staged the wedding, yet legally we were still strangers. I searched his face. Nervous hope flickered in his eyes. Will she say yes? What if she's only using me to troll Logan? Planning to bail once media cools. No way. Lock her down now. His silent panic made me playful. Pick it up. I dragged the words out. Haven't decided yet. Maybe when I'm in a spectacular mood. His expression darkened instantly. She doesn't want to legalize it. I'm just a pawn. Serena, you heartless woman. The internal wailing screamed abandoned husband vibes. I bit back laughter in a rush. No. He ground out the word. Yes, dying here. I'd haul her to City Hall tonight if I could stamp her name on my household register. Then she can't vanish. Watching him pout, I cracked. Tomorrow, I said. He snapped upright, disbelieving. 9 a.m. sharp. Whoever's late is a dog. 08. At 8:50 the next morning, I stood outside the Bureau of Vital Records. Chase was already there. White shirt pressed, hair perfect. Clearly more formal than the gallery date. He brightened the instant he spotted me. She came. She actually came. No trick. My wife's going legit. His mental fireworks were almost audible. Got the household registers? I asked. Right here. He produced 2 crimson booklets like treasure. I opened them. Our info printed side by side. Let's go. Photo forms. Oath. 15 minutes total. When the clerk slid the brand new red books across the counter, reality felt surreal. Married again to my teenage nemesis. Chase rotated the certificate, grin reaching his ears. He wifey lawfully wedded wifey. Serena mine. His goofy elation made me laugh. Outside he declared to celebrate legalization. Fancy Michelin feast. Private jet world tour. Too flashy. Maintain low-key couple image. After fierce internal debate, he announced solemnly, I will personally cook you the ultimate matrimonial feast. My smile froze. That's not necessary. Memories of his last kitchen experiment, an offense to taste buds, still scarred me. Absolutely necessary, he insisted. First day as legal spouses demands ritual. Studied cooking videos till 3 a.m. failure impossible. Let her savor the flavor of my heart. Facing that determination, I surrendered. Fine. How lethal could it be? Back home he charged into the kitchen. Clangs and sizzles drifted out along with play-by-play. Step 1, decal the fish. Slippery little traitor. Step 2, heat oil to 70%. What does 70% hot even mean? Ouch. Oil splash. Can't yelp. Serena will laugh. Listening nearly gave me a panic attack. Yet I stayed put. An hour later, Chef Chase unveiled his masterpieces, a marginally normal-looking steamed fish, a suspiciously colored pepper steak stir-fry, and a pot of pitch-black broth. Taste. He offered chopsticks like Olympic medals. I sampled the fish raw in the middle. The pepper steak, salt, assault. Finally, the soup. What is this? Corn and pork rib stew, he boasted. Simmered a whole hour. I regarded the herbal medicine resemblance and quietly set the spoon down. Chase, I said gently. Maybe we order in. His face caved. Failed again. Zero culinary genes. Can't even feed her. What kind of husband am I? The thought balloons radiated self-loathing. I softened. Scooped a spoonful of the tar-like liquid and swallowed. Burnt, bitter chaos invaded my tongue, but I kept a neutral face. I lied. Unique flavor profile. Hope reignited in his eyes. Really? Really? I sipped again. Maybe a tad overcooked. She drank it. Called it tasty. Kind of. She must love me. Why else endure toxic sludge? Going to tear up. Seeing him verge on emotional meltdown, I quickly added still. The fish needs 5 more minutes in the steamer. Team effort. I was afraid that if I didn't tell him the truth right now, tomorrow he dared to cook me a full Manuhan banquet. The days after we picked up our marriage certificate were calm and sweet. Chase kept playing the part of the bankrupt heir. Every morning he dropped me off at Serena, and every night he picked me up. He stopped insisting on cooking himself and delegated the kitchen to the part-time housekeeper, but he still studied recipes every day, texting them to her so she'd make whatever I was craving. He memorized my cycle and prepared brown sugar, ginger tea, and heat pads in advance. When I sketched until midnight, he'd sit beside me in silence, sliding a mug of hot milk into my hand. He never said, "I love you," yet everything he did shouted it. And I grew used to having him around. Used to falling asleep to the goofy running commentary inside his head. Used to his domineering gentle protection. That day I received a call from my father. "Serena, bring Chase home for dinner." 09. My parents hadn't objected to the marriage, but not still lingered. I was their only daughter, and I'd married on impulse. Of course they worried. After hanging up, I told Chase. He instantly tensed, meeting the parents already. "So soon, what do I wear?" That $1 million couture was too flashy. Something low-key relatable. Gifts. Dad likes tea. Mom loves opera. Time to break out the vintage Dong Pao and that rare opera vinyl I just bit on. Watching him tear through the closet while drafting mental shopping lists was hilarious and touching. "Relax. I suit. It's just a casual family dinner." "No way," he said gravely. "First formal visit. This is war. This decides my lifetime happiness. I must win the in-laws." I let him have his way. Avery Chase steered a discreet black Audi toward my parents' mansion, the back seat stuffed with extravagant gifts. Mom and Dad blinked at the hall. "Come for a meal. Why bring them all?" Mom scolded, smile betraying her. Dad kept his stern face and summoned Chase to the study. I tried to follow, but Mom tugged me back. "Let the men talk." I perched on the sofa, ears pricked, but the soundproofing was perfect. Nothing. Luckily, I had Chase's thoughts on surround sound. Father-in-law's aura is crushing. What if he orders me to divorce Serena? Over my dead body. Dad's grave voice drifted out. "Chase, tell me straight. How is your company really doing?" Clearly, the rumors had reached him. Boss-level question. "Tell him I'm richer than Bezos. He'll think I'm arrogant. Keep pretending I'm broke. He'll think I can't provide." After an internal tug-of-war, he chose a middle road. "Uncle, we hit some turbulence, but the crisis is behind us. I swear I can make Serena happy. She'll never suffer an ounce of grief." His voice was steady, sincere. Dad stayed silent so long my heart clenched. Then he sighed. "That child has been spoiled. She's stubborn. From now on, I'm counting on you." I froze. Was that approval? Chase froze too. He said yes. I passed. I knew no father could resist this perfect son-in-law. I chuckled at his mental fireworks. When they emerged, Dad's expression had thawed. At dinner, Mom loaded Chase's plate, clucking, "Shia, Chase, don't work yourself to the bone. You kids are young. No rush for babies. Enjoy your twosome." Chase answered politely while his brain screamed. No rush. I want a daughter just like Serena. 2. No. 3. I almost snorted rice. After dessert, Chase claimed dish duty. Mom watched him at the sink, then pulled me aside. I can see he adores you. Cherish him, I nodded. I will. On the drive home, he buzzed with exhilaration. Parents conquered. Now for my wife. When can I erase the no man's land between our pillows? Tonight feels right. Maybe a hint. He cleared his throat. We've been married a while now. How am I doing as a husband? I batted my lashes. Doing? In what sense? He panicked. As a husband, praise me. Declare me the best hubby alive. I feigned thought. Decent. Just decent. He wilted. I rate exemplary. And she says, decent? Does she want more initiative? He coasted to the curb, unbuckled and leaned over. My heart jackhammered. What was he? One hand braced against my headrest, the other tipping my chin. He erased every inch of air between us. I could count his lashes. Serena, he rasped. I think we could be closer. Going. For the kiss. She's not pulling back. She wants it too. Heartbeat spiking. Worse than signing $1 billion deal. Carrying his jittery thoughts, I let my eyelids fall. His lips met mine. Soft, searching, laced with longing. 0-10. Nothing like the forehead peck he'd given before. This was tentative, hungry, and steeped in years of restraint. The man who burnt toast kissed like a dream. Soon I melted completely. When we parted, we were both breathless. He rested his forehead against mine. I star-spangled. She didn't push me away. She kissed back. Is this real, Serena? He whispered. I cut him off, brushing another kiss to his lips. Sealed. You're mine now. His mind detonated in fireworks and bold. My wife loves me banners. I grinned so hard my cheeks hurt. From that night, the invisible border between us vanished. Chase also abandoned his bankrupt Playboy act verbally. Anyway, he started taking me places that screamed money, his private island, a garage crammed with limited edition hypercars, watching him insist all rented. I played along, pretending to be shocked. Thought you were broke? He kept a straight face. Market picked up. She bought it. Genius me. Premarital assets hers now anyway. I cherished his adorable lies. Logan and Bella made a few more pathetic attempts. Chase swatted them aside. Ashford's latest mega project imploded. The chain reaction snapping their cash flow. Logan filed for bankruptcy overnight. Bella ditched him faster than a stale trend. I saw Logan next in a tabloid. Crippling gambling debts. Broken leg. Mugshot unrecognizable from the golden boy I once knew. No glee, just the chill of how fast tides turn. Bella, having crossed Chase, was blacklisted from the industry and vanished. All the grime washed away in satisfying karmic fashion. Our lives reset to gentle sweetness. On my 26th birthday, Chase reserved the entire amusement park and staged a sky-splitting fireworks show. He hugged me from behind, chin on my shoulder. Happy birthday, Serena. 10 years I've loved her. Since that high school game when she cheered for someone else. I envied, I burned, I fell. Every dumb stunt was to catch her. Luck finally tipped my way. I didn't lose her. Tears blurred the colored sparks. That basketball match wasn't the start of our strife. It was the prelude to his love story. I turned, rose on my toes and kissed him. Chase, I love you too. He went rigid, then crushed me to him as though merging our bones. She said it. She loves me. This is real. His mind exploded into the most spectacular barrage of joy I'd ever heard. I kissed him back, heart liquid. I once thought my mind reading was fate's cheat code. Now I know my true luck. At my ugliest moment, I looked up and there he was, immaculate and $1 million couture, backlit like a deity, saying, "Change of groom, my turn." As for my little secret, let it stay our sweetest classified file. Because listening to the mighty tycoon stage dorky rom-coms in his head is the best private sitcom on earth, isn't it? The end. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the story, please like and share. Tell us your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more tales.